Hello trophy hunters and welcome to Aery Little Bird Adventure. This game does not feature a platinum trophy, but it comes in two stacks. The release date should be today in North America and tomorrow in Europe. The price was around $12, so very short game, 30 minutes to platinum. I will try to guide you as much as I can through this walkthrough, because in some sections unfortunately you cannot see clearly. The game is like that, very colorful, and the style direction, art direction is a very colorful one. One of the most important things and how the game basically works is you need to collect all the feathers in an entire level, then only you can finish the level. You can also technically die. If you see this rock in front of us, if you crash into the rock, you will just start from the beginning of the level. If you collected some feathers, you will not lose your feathers, but some levels are much longer than other levels, and sometimes can be very tedious to just go back to the previous spot. So try to follow me to going through the levels with light commentary, and you will not have any problems. In this level we have only one feather, and it is at the very end of the level, and exactly here is one spot where you will not clearly see in the game maybe, but also in the video, where the feather is. But I will try my best to explain each and every spot. So after this dialogue disappears, just in front of us, as you can see, this big rock in front, it is not a rock, it is exactly an owl. You have a one and only feather in this level. As you approach this feather, you will not see clearly anymore. But in the very next level you will see much better. So you can see the feather in front of us on a pile of rocks. Pick it up for your first trophy in the game. And we are done with the first level. So now we are in the next level. This one is a little bit tougher one with much more feathers. You cannot skip this dialogue, I have tried, so just wait until it ends. So immediately you can see the first feather in front of us if you just go slightly to the left. This is our first out of 14 levels. Just go down below and continue up to the right in front of palm tree. Now go right and continue forward. Maybe you cannot see clearly, but here is in between two rocks there is a feather that we must pick up, our fourth feather. Now go straight forward until you see those houses to the left, and you can see on the rock in front of us is another feather. Then immediately turn left. And now on this pile of rocks is our sixth feather. Down below immediately is our seventh feather, and then turn sharply to the right and just continue going forward. On this pier it will be our eighth feather, and as you can see, immediately go up onto this house to pick up our ninth feather. Now continue going forward. As you can see in the ocean above, we have another feather. on the rock. Continue going forward, but slightly go up, so you can pick another feather. Now slightly go to the left and down. On this rock is our 12th feather. Be careful not to crash into these rocks now. So avoid the rock, and on the next rock is number 13. Go slightly up on the palm tree, pick up last feather. We have another trophy, and we are now in the next level. In this level it is also possible that you will not see clearly all the feathers, because it is very wide sometimes. So now just continue going forward for a little bit longer time. And I am sorry, and because if I make some mistakes with my language, I am trying my best, if you believe me, but I am still in a process of learning a bit. So now in front, I think you can already see our first feather on the rock. Now go slightly to the left. But be careful here, because it is a tricky one. Immediately behind it is a pillar that you want to avoid, as you can see here. Now go slightly to the right, lower yourself down. And in front of us on the rock is our third feather out of 10. You can see the number of feathers in your lower right corner. So in front of you is your next feather, not very missable. And now do not turn left, do not. Continue going forward. And on this biggest rock there is another feather, number 5. And after we pick up number 5, we are going to go back to that pass. So this one was technically missable. So when you pick it up, turn back. Now when you come close to that pass, immediately turn right and up to the left, because there is going to be another feather. As you can see, to the left. Continue going forward, and on this rock we can see our 7th feather. Now to the left and down on the rocks is our next feather. Now go left, and you can see the next rock already where our feather is. This is basically it for this level. Continue going forward. Try not to crash, and you will get your trophy. And our last feather in the game, in this level, pardon. Too bad this game does not have a platinum. It would be very good, but unfortunately we are not that lucky. And we have our trophy, the canyon. Now this level is going to be the hardest level in the game, but take it with a little bit ease my words. I'm just comparing the levels that we had before. So there is only one feather in this game that is very hard to get in this level, and one feather that is highly missable, that you cannot see it very clearly, but if you just follow this walkthrough you will have it with no problem. I will also say when and how. So now just continue going forward. As you can see, in front of us is already our first feather. Continue going forward among the river and you will have second feather. Now slightly to the right, watch the trees to not crash, and collect your third feather. Now go up, and to the left is our fourth feather. This is the hardest feather in the game. Just try to go through this hole, little hole, and collect it. Immediately go up, and you did it. Well done. So turn right and go right again. Continue going forward to collect our fifth feather in the game. Just continue going forward around these rocks to get the sixth feather. You can already see it. In front of us you can see already number 7. Go left, you can see down there number 8 and number 9. First collect the feather to the left, number 8, and then go right to pick the 9th feather. Try not to crash, be careful here. And the last feather in this level, turn slightly to the right and go forward. On top of this pyramid, first pyramid that I'm going just now, is going to be our last feather. You cannot see it because of the sun, because of the game's style. It is hardly to see, but it is there. You will see it in a moment. Oop, a little bit of mistake. Now you can see it a little bit. Great. We have finished this level. We got the trophy Lost Forest. In the next level we will going to visit the Tree of Life. That is our trophy that we need to get. So in the next level you can get 2 trophies at the end of the level, but you need to just try to do the same as I do. So here just continue going forward for a little bit longer. Now, if you go just down, on top of the bridge is our first feather. Now just keep going forward along the river for the second feather, and after you pick it up, you need to turn back. Be careful for the trees, but turn back. So a little bit in front of us you can see the third feather between two pillars. So now go left into this, I think it is a bamboo, yeah, so go left again, and here is our fourth feather. After this feather, the same as previous one, go back, continue going forward, go slightly up, and to the right you can see our feather number 5. Again, go to the left and up, all the way up is the tree of life, I think. And here is also a feather that you need to collect, and when you collect that feather, don't worry if you don't get the trophy. The trophy is meant to be at the end of the level, so don't think it is a glitch. Now go left immediately, and all the way down this river you can see already that there is our 7th feather along the river. Try not to go too low to not crash now. Also go a little bit lower now. And under the bridge is our 8th feather. You can hardly see it now. Okay. So immediately to the right you can see a little bit of stairs. Go up those stairs and you will see the feather number 9. So continue going forward, go a little bit up so you can go above the rocks. Now when you go above the rocks, start going down, and you can see in front of this church is a little bit on the pillar, a little feather. So we have our 10th feather. Go up. Don't worry if you crash, just relax. You can already start from the beginning of the level and have all the feathers. On top of this house, church, sorry, I don't know exactly the name now, is our 11th feather. I cannot find the words that fast, sorry. Now in between in this street you can see the next feather, feather number 12, and the last feather is if you just go forward to the left, and in front of us is the last feather. I'm sure you probably on TV can see it clearly. I know I did see it on TV, but somehow when capturing the game the graphics were a little bit bad. So this level is very easy and very short, around 2 minutes. It is very straightforward. Practically everything is just between two pillars. It is also a little bit darker and it is not hard to see those feathers anymore. So you won't need my commentary on this one. Just enjoy the game, relax, and if you need it, you can just follow what I do. There is only 9 feathers in this level that you need to collect. So from the start of the level, immediately go to the right, and on the first ledge you will already see the first feather. Now just continue going forward. Sorry, I missed the feather here, as you can see, but don't worry if you did it already. Continue going forward. In between those two pillars you can see is two trees. Behind those trees is our feather number 2. After you pick up the feather number 2, you will just go left and go all the way back to the next zone. Unfortunately you cannot see the feather, but I am sure you did see it on your TVs. So now go forward here. As you can see, another 2 pillars. There is our next feather. And here it is on the rock. Now continue going forward. As you can see, in front of us there are 2 pink pillars. On top of the left pillar, in front of the left pillar there is a pile of rocks. On pile of rocks on top you can find your next feather. Now immediately go to the right, then to the left, and go straight forward. Behind these trees you will see another pink pillars and another and then there is another pile of rocks in front of them where the feather is. As you can see it here. Now pick it up, go slightly to the left. Now continue going forward for a longer time and until you reach the next 2 pink pillars. There is again pile of rocks where you can find next feather. Go around the trees and pillar this. And in front of us is our another feather. Go slightly to the right and you can see these pink circles. Continue going forward. So now on the next circle in front of it is another pillar and you can see already that there is a feather. After that feather, immediately turn left to go to another pink stone pillar and in front of it Again, on pile of rocks is feather. Immediately turn to the right, and now on our last feather is on top of this mountain, on top of this tower. I believe you didn't see anything, but you will see the trophy when it pops. So yeah, we have done 90% of the trophies. We have our last level. In this level you cannot crash, everything is straightforward, you have only 4 feathers, and I think that you will not need any more of my assistance in this guide. So thank you for watching, I hope it was helpful. I'm sorry if I had a bad voice and bad intonation. If it was helpful, please subscribe or like this video so I can continue doing my work. Thank you, and see you in my next guide. Goodbye for now.